feels so good. Oh, hey there, didn't see you. I was just massaging my back with this rack attachable roller from ATX. So this is a rack attachable roller from ATX, similar to the one of Rogue, so the review will be about the same. Now, I want to make a review about this thing because this has some benefits compared to just a regular ball that you use for massaging your upper back or a peanut. So this is obviously a rack attachable item, so that means that you need to have a power rack or at least some beam. But I think if you're watching this video, you probably already have a power rack or you're at least in the market for a power rack. When I saw this product, I really wanted it because I saw so many advantages of this over a regular peanut. Mainly being the fact that you don't have to get on the floor. So when you're doing your workouts and you want to have a quick relief of your upper back or you want to do a warm-up, you don't have to get to the ground and do your massaging there for your upper back, but you can do it on the rack and just on the spot whenever you like. And that is something that I really love about this roller here. Now, another advantage of this thing is the fact that you can mount it to your rack, so it's really sturdy. Otherwise, if you use something against the wall, for example, it will slip, the ball will fall. If you're on the floor, you can't always put enough pressure on this. Whereas here, I can place my feet and I can really push. I can even push with my arms if I really need to. And if I don't want to have it too hard, I can just loosen it down. So it's very controllable, much more than if you just lay on the floor. And it's a lot easier than if you were to use a peanut on a wall, because this one won't fall and this one is just sturdy as hell. So stability is key, but what I also like about this thing is that it has two rollers. So let me switch up the angles a little bit so you can see what I mean. So here you can see it nicely. It's basically two rolling wheels that you can use, and you can put your spine in between here, so that is very beneficial. Now, there are some cons to this, although this is very easily placed. So let me show you here. So this is very easily placed. You have this wheel here that's on some threads. You loosen that one, you open her up, and boom, there you have it. A very simple design, very easy to mount. Now, although it's easy to mount, there is a drawback to it, like the fact that it's not really easy to change. If I have it here and I'm pretty lazy, I'm going to keep it here. I'm not going to put it away, store it somewhere else, and then place it again here. So for me, this thing has to always be on the same spot. Otherwise, I won't be using it that much. Like 16 for me is a place where I don't really use a lot of other attachments, or the J-cups for that matter. I typically bench at 14 and I do my squats and overhead presses at 24. So this is going to be somewhere in between where I can have this. That's the only downside that I see. Another thing is the price. Like a peanut goes for about €5. This thing costs around 27 euros. So it's quite on the pricey side, but actually not that much, because if you look at the ones from Rogue, yeah, I just looked it up. It was 70 euros, and I think that's still without taxes. So this one is actually fairly cheap compared to the one of Rogue, but still it's 27 euros for a roller. Another thing is like what we should look at, and especially in this channel, is the DIY ability. So for that, we're going to have a close look at if we can make this ourselves. Okay, so let's take a look at this piece here. So I think if you can weld, this is very easy to reproduce, because let me just unscrew this. This seems like a standard piece. This is just some plastic, a hard plastic, but so it doesn't scratch your rack, but I think this is easily to find. Here comes the very funny part. This is literally a bolt. Like this thing here is a bolt welded on. A piece of metal with a hole in there, and then 2 inline skate wheels with another small bolt in between. That's basically the product. Now, for 27 euros, I wouldn't be able to make this one myself because 1, I can't weld. And 2, I think, yeah, for all the parts, I would never be able to make this. Compared to the one of Rogue, I think the one of Rogue is a little bit easier to change. So you can have like the side pin, which I think is a lot better to change, but this would probably go on a Rogue rack as well. So overall, I think this is a very cool product. Let me demonstrate the use of this. So you have your upper back, but you can also do your pecs. In the same way here with the ball, I can take my arms and I can push firmer against it. I can use my legs a lot better. So it's way more precise than using a ball. It's more active for sure, so it's not just lay on top of it and let the thing do its work. You have to really dig in there and try to make some pressure. But besides that, I think this product is very cool. So if you're into self-myofascial release, if you have some muscles that get sore, that get tight, if your back or your spinal erectors get tight often, I think this is a product for you. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something out of it. And maybe if you're in the market for a rack attachable roller, ATX one will be one for you. So I guess I'll be seeing you all in the next video.